Hey guys, Tony from Dive Zone Tauranga here again, and I have great pleasure to start the introductions of our great team. The first one we've chosen is Kerry, who is our rig technician and cylinder tester. So Kerry, tell us a little bit, when did you start to dive?
I learned to dive in 1988 in a small town of Golden, British Columbia. There I fell in love with the sport, and within 2 years I became a PADI open water instructor. Got well over 2,000 log dives, both in fun and in teaching, while I shared my love of my sport.
Cool. And share with us one of your favourite dive sites.
One of my favorite dive sites to date, I've got to say, is Cozumel, Mexico. I've spent many winters there in the 90s and the early 2000s. But now diving around New Zealand, I'm going to have to probably think about my favorite dive site.
We do have some pretty cool dive sites here in New Zealand.
Indeed.
And so, Kerry, I'm sure with that many dives, you've got some pretty funny stories. So, can you think of a funny story, a cool dive story?
Yeah, probably my funniest story was probably my first year diving. It was my first warm water dive in Roatan. Me and my buddy, we set off the beach from the resort out to the reef about 100 meters off. And I was captivated by the absolute crystal clearness of the water and the iridescent glow of the reef beyond. Upon arriving at the reef, we were assaulted by this vision of this expanse and abyss. As we swam over, we backpedaled ourselves back over to the edge of the reef. We actually hung on the edge of the reef and peered over. And then after a while, we stopped to think, wait, we're neutrally buoyant. We can just hang out there. So we just sort of got up, hung out over the reef, looking down at a fish swimming at us some 100 meters below. It was hilarious, but it was really, really cool to see all that.
Yeah, we do have some pretty cool things we get to see underwater, so thanks for sharing that with us. So guys, this weekend Dive Zone Tauranga is doing a liveaboard to Mare Island. The guys have kindly said to me that I can go out there, so we're going to leave Kerry in charge of the shop. So check into Facebook on Friday. He's sort of made some hints that he's going to do something pretty cool this weekend while I'm out of earshot. So come and check us out on Friday and see what Kerry's up to.